Remember all that hype when AI writing tools like first came out? Like,
Yeah,
felt like everyone was saying they were going to like revolutionize content creation.
totally.
And, some of those early tools were pretty cool.
For sure.
But let's just say not all of them lived up to the hype.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, so it got us thinking like, what could a really powerful AI writing tool actually do?
Hmm.
So that's what we're looking at today. We're doing a deep dive into this review of Copy.ai.
Oh,
And they're saying they're more than just your average AI assistant.
yeah.
They're calling themselves the first ever GTM AI platform.
GTM AI platform. That's interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like they're aiming a little higher than just helping you write a better blog post, right?
Yeah, it does sound like it.
So before we go any further, let's just quickly unpack that GTM bit for anyone who's not familiar with the term.
Good idea.
It stands for go to market.
Right.
And basically, it's all the strategies a company uses to bring a product or service to customers.
So like the whole journey of getting your product or your content in front of the right people.
Exactly, at the right time.
Right.
And Copy.ai is saying they're a platform that can streamline that whole process.
Hmm.
Now, the reviewer we're looking at today, they seem pretty impressed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they said that using Copy.ai felt like having a creative partner.
Wow.
They even said it made creating content quicker and easier even when they weren't feeling inspired.
Okay, so that's a pretty big claim.
It is.
I mean, we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
Staring at a blank page.
Oh, yeah.
So if this thing can help you overcome writer's block, that's huge.
Totally. And get this, they were also really impressed with how easy it is to use.
Okay.
They talked about the intuitive interface, the fact that it has this massive library of templates, like over 90 of them.
Wow.
And it supports over 95 languages.
95. Really?
Yeah. So that multilingual capability is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is, especially if they're serious about this whole GTM AI platform thing. It sounds like they're targeting global businesses.
Yeah.
The ones that need to create content for all sorts of different markets.
For sure. Okay, so let's get into some of the nitty-gritty here.
Okay.
What are some of the specific features this review highlighted?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So first up, word count.
Okay.
Copy.ai gives you a lot of flexibility here, depending on your plan. You can get anywhere from 2,000 words per month to unlimited.
Okay. So whether you're just writing a quick social media post or tackling a longer blog post, they've got you covered.
Exactly. And if you are working on those bigger projects, Copy.ai also supports over 20 seats.
Oh, wow. So you can get a whole team in there collaborating.
Yeah, exactly. And something else that caught my eye is that you can customize the brand voice.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you can train Copy.ai to actually write in the tone and style that's unique to your brand.
That's pretty slick. Yeah.
Right. It could save you a ton of time and effort.
For sure. Instead of trying to get everyone on the same page,
Yeah.
voice-wise.
Yeah. And of course, no content creation tool would be complete without a good old grammar check.
Oh, yeah. Got to have that grammar check, especially for those of us who aren't exactly grammar whizzes.
Right. A little polish goes a long way.
Totally makes your content look so much more professional.
Absolutely. Now, this next feature is for all the tech-savvy folks out there.
Okay, hit me.
Copy.ai also offers API access.
API access. Okay, break that down for me. What does that actually mean?
So basically, it means you can integrate Copy.ai with other software to automate your content creation even more. So if you're really looking to streamline your workflow, that's a pretty powerful option.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But before we get too carried away with all the bells and whistles, there was one kind of big catch that the review mentioned.
What's the catch?
Copy.ai doesn't have a built-in plagiarism checker.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, especially with all the AI-generated content out there these days.
Right, originality is more important than ever.
It is. You can't just assume that everything an AI tool spits out is going to be unique.
Nope. Definitely got to run it through a separate plagiarism checker just to be safe.
Yeah. So a potential red flag there for sure. Something to keep in mind.
Definitely.
All right. So let's talk pricing now.
Okay.
They've got a few different plans: free pro team and enterprise.
Got it.
And the free plan's actually pretty generous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 2,000 words per month free.
That's not bad at all.
So you can try it out, see what it can do.
Yeah, risk-free trial, essentially.
Exactly. Now, the pro plan, which is what the reviewer was using, is US $36 per month.
Okay.
Which seems pretty reasonable compared to some of the other AI writing tools out there.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
So what do you think? Worth the price?
Well, it's hard to say, without knowing more about your specific needs and your budget.
Sure.
I mean, US $36 a month can add up, especially if you're a solopreneur or a small business.
For sure.
But if you're creating a ton of content and you find that Copy.ai really helps you be more productive,
Right.
then it might be worth it.
Totally. All right, so before we get too deep into the pricing weeds, let's bring it back to you, the listener.
Yes.
Who would benefit the most from a tool like this?
Right.
The review talked about a bunch of different use cases.
Like what?
Everything from writing ad copy to romance novels.
Wow.
Even gaming content and book reviews.
That's wild.
Yeah, so what jumps out at you?
Yeah. What are your content creation goals?
It's pretty amazing to see how this AI is being used across all these different creative fields.
It really is.
And it's worth mentioning, Copy.ai is not the only game in town.
Oh, right.
There are other AI writing tools out there like Jasper AI, ContentBot.ai, WriteSonic, WriteTR.
Maybe we should do a whole other deep dive just comparing those.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We should add that to the list.
Definitely. But for now, let's stick with Copy.ai.
Yeah.
And let's see if it actually lives up to all this GTM AI platform hype.
Right.
It really does seem like Copy.ai is trying to position themselves as something more than just like a writing tool. They keep pushing this GTM AI platform thing.
Yeah, it's like they want to be your one-stop shop for creating content that actually drives results.
Makes sense given their whole focus on go-to-market strategy.
Totally.
It's not just about writing pretty words. It's about writing words that convert. Words that actually reach your audience and help you achieve your business goals.
So how do they do that? What actually makes Copy.ai different?
Well, we already touched on some of the features.
Right.
Like, think about those 90-plus templates they offer.
Yeah.
Those aren't just random writing crumbs.
Right.
They're designed to help you create specific types of content that actually work for marketing and sales.
So instead of staring at a blank page, you've got these templates that kind of give you a framework.
Yeah, like a roadmap for creating content that converts.
Exactly. And then there's that whole brand voice customization thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Huge for businesses that are trying to, keep their messaging consistent.
Totally, because a lot of AI-generated content can sound really generic.
Right.
Like a robot wrote it.
Exactly. So if Copy.ai can actually capture the nuances of your brand's voice, that's a game changer.
It means you can scale up your content creation without losing that personal touch.
Right. And it all feeds back into this idea of streamlining the go-to-market process.
Yeah, the faster you can create good content, the faster you can get it out there in front of your audience.
Exactly. And that speed and efficiency can be a real advantage in today's market.
Oh, absolutely. But we can't forget about that one big caveat.
The plagiarism thing.
Yeah, that's still a concern.
Right.
No matter how fancy these AI tools get, they're still just tools. It's up to us to use them responsibly.
Yeah, make sure we're not putting out duplicate content.
Exactly.
So it sounds like Copy.ai might be a good fit for businesses that are already kind of comfortable with AI.
Yeah, and they understand the importance of human oversight.
For sure. It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You need to be involved in the process, guiding the AI, refining the output.
Making sure everything aligns with your brand and your, ethical standards.
Exactly.
Now, the review we're looking at didn't go into too much detail about how Copy.ai specifically tackles this GTM bloat they keep talking about.
Right.
I mean, they mentioned that it can help businesses scale their content creation efforts more efficiently. But what exactly does that mean?
But remember, GTM bloat refers to when those go-to-market strategies get too complicated.
Right.
Too many tools, too many processes, too many people involved.
So it sounds like Copy.ai is trying to simplify things.
Yeah, use AI to cut through the clutter.
Help businesses focus on what really matters.
Exactly, and that can be a huge relief for businesses that are just feeling overwhelmed.
Right. Imagine you're a small startup that's suddenly growing really fast.
Yeah, you need to create more content, and you need to do it quickly.
But you don't have the budget to hire a whole team of writers.
A tool like Copy.ai could be a lifesaver in that situation.
It could help you bridge the gap.
Yeah, give you the support you need to scale up your content creation without breaking the bank.
Right. It's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And that's where AI tools like this have the potential to really make a difference.
But it's important to remember that Copy.ai isn't the only AI writing tool out there.
Right. We talked about some competitors earlier, like Jasper AI, ContentBot.ai.
Right.
And each one probably has its own strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
So choosing the right one really depends on your needs and how those needs match up with the features of each platform.
So it's all about finding the right fit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that might mean trying out a few different tools, experimenting with the features, seeing what works best for you.
Absolutely no one-size-fits-all solution here.
Good. It's about finding the tool that empowers you to achieve your content creation goals.
So as we're wrapping up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I think it's time to take a step back and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
This whole idea of a GTM AI platform,
Right.
what could that mean for the future of content creation?
That's a great question. It really gets to the heart of how AI is changing the way we work. We're moving away from AI as this novelty, this standalone tool. It's becoming more and more integrated into everything we do.
So it's less about AI replacing human content creators and more about AI augmenting our abilities.
Exactly, helping us work more efficiently, more strategically.
And that shift requires us to adapt, right?
Oh, for sure.
We need new skills, new ways of thinking.
We need to be prepared to navigate this new world of AI-powered tools.
It's exciting and kind of scary at the same time.
It is. This whole AI revolution is happening so fast.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure, it's going to have a huge impact on how we create content.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Copy.ai, let's try to, boil it all down.
Yeah.
Is this thing the real deal, or is it just another case of AI hype?
Well, based on what we've seen in this review, it seems like Copy.ai is trying to be more than just a basic AI writer.
Right.
They're really pushing this whole platform idea, especially for businesses that are focused on go-to-market.
And that GTM focus seems to be where they really shine.
Yeah.
It's not just about churning out content. It's about making sure that content is actually aligned with your goals.
Right, and they've got all those features packed in to help you do that.
Yeah.
Those templates, the collaboration tools, the brand voice customization.
It's a pretty impressive package.
It is.
But we can't forget about that one big missing piece.
The plagiarism checker.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
AI is powerful, but it's not perfect.
No.
You still got to use your own judgment.
Right. Make sure the content's original. Make sure it meets your standards.
So it sounds like Copy.ai might be a good fit for businesses that are already kind of familiar with AI.
Yeah, and understand its limitations.
It's a tool that needs to be used carefully.
For sure.
Strategically.
With a little bit of healthy skepticism.
Now, taking a step back from Copy.ai for a second,
Oh.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this whole GTM AI platform concept. Do you think this is like a sign of things to come?
I think it's definitely part of a bigger trend.
Yeah.
We're seeing AI being used more and more in business.
Right.
Content creation is no exception.
And this focus on go-to-market.
Yeah, making content more strategic, more results-driven.
I think that's only going to become more important.
I think so too.
So if AI is taking on more of the writing tasks,
Right.
What does that mean for human content creators?
Are we all going to be out of a job?
Yeah. Are the robots taking over?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's more of an evolution. Instead of spending all our time on those tedious tasks, we can focus on the strategy, the creative vision, the storytelling.
The things that AI can't quite do yet.
Right, exactly.
So maybe we'll see content creators become more like editors, curators, strategists.
Working with AI to create something really special.
It's a partnership, not a replacement.
Well said.
And for anyone listening who's feeling a little unsure about this whole AI thing, I think it's important to remember that we still have the power.
We get to decide how this technology is used.
Exactly. We decide how we integrate it into our work, what role it plays, what the ethical boundaries are.
It's up to us to use it responsibly.
Make sure it's serving us, not the other way around.
Couldn't agree more.
So to wrap things up, it seems like Copy.ai is a powerful tool.
It is.
But like any tool, it's only as good as the person using it.
Sure.
We need to approach AI with a critical eye, a sense of curiosity, and a commitment to using it ethically.
And as AI keeps evolving, we need to stay informed, stay engaged, and never stop learning.
That's a great point. That's all for our deep dive into Copy.ai. We hope you enjoyed it and learned a few things along the way.
Thanks for listening.